New figures from Statistics Canada show the country added 75,000 jobs in July. It's the third straight month the unemployment rate has fallen. CBC's business reporter Angie Seth is joining us here in studio. She's looking through the numbers. Okay, so tell us the numbers and what they mean.
Well, you talk about that 75,000, much higher than what economists were forecasting. They were sort of sitting around the 15,000 mark. So good news there indeed. We also saw a drop in the unemployment rate, now down to 6.4%. But where we look at where those jobs are, as you pointed out, pretty even between full and part-time work, and as well pretty even between the private sector as well as those in the entrepreneurial stage as well. We also saw unemployment rise for those aged 25 to 54. So good news there. We saw numbers going up about 51,000 jobs in relation to that, as well as for women in that age group. We saw an increase in jobs for women, about 35,000 jobs there. Where we saw the biggest gains in terms of sectors, wholesale and retail trade. And in terms of where we saw it across the country, both BC and Ontario showed the biggest gains, some modest gains for provinces like Manitoba as well as Nova Scotia. I want to talk about the unemployment numbers once again. We really focused on youth unemployment and where those numbers were. For July, they kind of stayed roughly around the same as they were from last month, so sitting at around 12.5, 12.6%, but again, much lower than what we saw back in April. And for youth, the summer job market was much better this year than it was that last year, so a bit of a boost there. What we're seeing in terms of this report, what's important about the report is it provides a good indication of the continuation of the gradual improvement in employment that we've seen month after month. So it's showing that we're sort of heading in that trajectory that economists were really hoping for and were predicting. They are saying that this is a strong report. And in addition to that, they sort of parse through and say, well, unemployment sitting at 6.4%. They would like to see it lower. They'd also like to see the employment rate much higher. But given the situation with inflation here in this country, given the decrease in population, they're saying those numbers sort of still track around that 61 or so percent. So